Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here, and we're off for another What's in the Treasure Chest video. We have a few things to show off as per the usual, and not only that, but also an update segment at the end, which I've been actually waiting to do because not initially had a lot to show off initially, and that would be the main part of this video, funnily enough, and this is just, well, as an obligation. But in this case, once again, a lot of digital stuff, but I do have a physical Steam Deck at the ready. But of course, we do have some physicality in this little box right here. So why don't we just jump right into it and open it up? So first of all, we got this nice boxed package, little parcel from Lady Linkario, and she likes to prepare way ahead of time. And funnily enough, as I did not know, other than maybe one thing that I wanted for my birthday, she took a bit of a pot shot because she keeps telling me to get a USB headset because my jack for my headphones is a little bit on the wonky side. Still works, but it's a thing where that when we're having a bit of a chat, my microphone captures my speakers and she's like, put in your headphones, and then I have to fiddle around with it for a little bit in order to get it working. So in this package right here, you can see one immediately. It's this big old box right here by Tronic. USB hub of USB 3.0s. Of course, if you want to use the 3.0, you've got to plug it in a 3.0. But it's self-powered, so it just allows you to have an additional 4 slots, which, to be fair, is a good upgrade. I could use that, so not too much of a problem there. And there's not much to say that other than that I have that. I mean, I could plug more controllers in, but that's not the main thing. It's when I do get, or eventually are given, or I get, a USB headset. I mean, I only need it for speakers. I've got a microphone here, the blue Snowball, which is what I talk with. I just caught my watch, my Cospet Tank T2. That's my smartwatch. I just caught that off its charger, but I have a Snowball, and the Snowball Ice works really well. It's just their headphones. I mean, I always use 3.5mm jacks. Maybe I shouldn't, but it's just this one in particular is a little bit janky on the built-in PC one. The back one's fine, because that's what my speakers come out of. But that was the main reason why Linkario gifted me this. But that's not all. That was what's in this box. And she'll probably say what this is in the comment section down below, because I can never remember. But look at that! Of course, she's gone to her favourite store, Rocks and Rubies, which is a neat little crystal store in Colchester. But if you see here, it's basically a Pokeball gem. There's a little bit of a scratch there, but other than that, it's pretty nifty looking. Clearly it was like shaped and molded to fit a Pokeball style design, and it clearly is, because you've got like the little ball indent right there. In fact, if I can get it in the camera there, and if autofocus would like to actually focus, well, even if it doesn't, you can actually see that there is a little bit of an indent in the middle there, which is, you know, what the little ball was supposed to be. But yeah, that's it's got a little stand in here as well. Here it is. So you can like have it like that, and it's holding it from above, or you can have it standing like that and have it displayed. So that's kind of a nifty little thing. It was a cool little gem that she just happened to see, and it's like, that looks like a Pokeball. Get it. And as I showed, it fits nice and neat in this little nicely packaged box, little gift box. So that is very thoughtful and nice. Next up is something from dear old Papa, where he didn't know what to get me. Again, I didn't know what I wanted, but when he was trying to think of something to get me, and then I was brainstorming, I remembered something that has been lost for literal years, and I've been wanting to play it again, and I know I could emulate it, but I wanted it physical, and this was a pretty clean physical edition. Mystic Heroes by Koei. The best Koei. I believe that is Koei Tecmo, because if we look at some of the pictures at the back here, you can see a kill count on screen, and I think on one of these pictures it goes up pretty high to about no, that was the one I was pointing to, 82 kills. So it's probably like a baby's first Muso game, like Hyrule Warriors, Dynasty Warriors, Samurai Warriors, that sort of thing. It's called Mystic Heroes. Now, I haven't touched this game in little years. I think I still have a save file way back when on one of my original PS2 memory cards. If I was to play it on my PS2 backward compatible PS3, it will be a fresh save. But as I said, that is a very nice, clean box, like very high quality. In fact, they put bubble wrap on where the disc was in case if the case got damaged, the disc would stay fine. And yeah, you got the print on the disc there. You got manual. It's not even bent. I mean, look how clean that is. It is an amazing, immaculate copy. In fact, isn't the warranty file here? Koei Limited, yeah, there it is. So yeah, the warranty slip is in there as well in case you have any issues and stuff. But yeah, if you look at the characters, they look very Kingdom Hearts style, which was the first thing that popped into my head when I saw Kingdom Hearts. I didn't know who published what. I didn't know Squaresoft. I didn't know Square Enix. I didn't even know that it was a Disney game until I saw the Disney characters on the back of the box. I don't know who Koei Tecmo were, or in this one, the best Koei. I think that's just their publisher name at the time. Koei Limited. I can definitely say I was not supposed to play this when I was young. I did not even know it was a 12 plus Peggy. So that's quite interesting to say the least. In fact, I didn't even realise that Peggy was around during this time. When was this game released? 2005? This couldn't have been a brand new game that I got. Maybe I got this in 2008, maybe? 2007? Not entirely too sure. But I'm pretty sure that's also close to the release of Kingdom Hearts. But I got Kingdom Hearts like a year after release in Ireland on a holiday. I didn't even have my system, and it was the Platinum case. I only got really into it until Kingdom Hearts 2, because I actually saw advertisements on TV. But yeah, I haven't played Mystic Heroes in little years. I don't even know what it's about, how to play. I just remember a couple of scenes, like running about with a sword. I think I was playing as the main guy on the cover, and you could equip magic, similar to you can in Crystal Chronicles Final Fantasy. And a couple of the menus, and that was about it. I didn't play it for long at all, but every so often I kept going back to it, trying to figure out what to do. I was a stupid kid back then. I had no idea what I was doing. I was barely getting through Zelda games. It was like the amount. Once I knew what I was doing, I could blast through the game, but I think I was having a lot of trouble with this game. Let me know if you guys want to see anything with this game, because otherwise I'm just going to play it in my own time, and at that point it may not be entirely fresh for you guys, but if you guys want to see it, let me know, and we'll do a live stream on it, which I'll talk about later on, about that. But let's continue, shall we? We have a Steam download. I actually was given a Steam gift card from dear old Mama, but we actually have, I should probably go back to just put the logos on the screen. We have South Park Snow Day, the next game in the New Kid saga, which is the sequel to A Fractured But Whole, I'm pretty sure, as well as Stick of Truth. So here's the thing, when South Park Fractured But Whole was coming out, I knew of it, it was being advertised, and not only that, but I was up to date with the news of the game coming out, because it was a big thing, because it's a sequel to the Stick of Truth, and Stick of Truth was a really great game, and the reason being is because they wanted to know if the game was actually going to get any censorship or not. Unlike with the first game, it doesn't have any censorship, but it got delayed a couple of times before release. But this game didn't even really start showing up, at least for me at least, in advertising, and I'm on the internet all the freaking time. It didn't show up until about 2 months before release, and reviews have said that it's okay, it's not the biggest thing. Okay, fair enough. I don't exactly know what's going on, so it will be a fresh playthrough. And as you can see here, I haven't actually installed it, but I won't be installing it on here, I'll be doing it on my PC, and, you know, that would mean that I would be playing this for the channel, because why not? And it's also not very that long, apparently, if you can actually see the numbers there. I've got like a plug-in that actually tells me the average playtime, and for the main story, it's only about 5 hours long. That's short, but that's because it's not an RPG. It's like a real-time 3D kind of beat-em-up game, in a way. It's also multiplayer, so I'm not entirely too sure how that works, if it's like a 4-on-4 sort of thing, you can play with 4 other people, and that may even just be the multiplayer aspect and not the story mode. I have no idea, because obviously I haven't seen too much in terms of gameplay or anything like that, because I didn't want to look too much into it, but I know that it hasn't had the best reception, and it didn't get much notoriety. Also, South Park Snow Day, there's no pun there, like the Stick of Truth, sexual reference, and the fractured but whole. You are the fractured, but you're also whole because of the arguments and stuff that you're having. People do not agree, but you also have to group together in order to solve the problem. It's a double entendre, if you will, because it's that, but it also has a double meaning because you have your fractured butthole. You're known as Butthole. That's another nickname that you have because of all your fart abilities. So, and apparently you use your fart abilities here because you are the new kid. But then there's also Phone Destroyer on mobile devices, which also passed me by. I never really saw any advertisements of that at all whatsoever. But that could potentially be anywhere after the Fracture Bowl. It could be after Snow Day, or it could be before Snow Day. It did come out after Snow Day, and it is still going now. I don't know if I should cover that, though. It is a mobile game, so it may limit me in terms of, like, energy. You have to wait about, I don't know, 4 hours in order to play the game or something like that, as mobile games tend to make you do, unless it's, you know, pay a certain premium currency in order to spend on energy so you can continue playing the game. And it's also content spanning over many years, up until the release of this game, since the Fracture But Whole. And the Fracture But Whole had DLC as well, which Stick of Truth did not have. And that game was also twice as long. So it just makes me wonder that, is this more like just a side mode and Phone Destroyer is the main game? I have no idea. This was only £25, but I got the £40 bundle because I was given this Steam gift card from Mama, which is why that is my birthday present. As for the other 20, that was also, as you saw by the little additional graphic there, Stellar Chondrite, because received £20, which paid for the other of the bundle in order to get the season pass. So anything else that comes out after the fact, plus some of the free DLC as well, I'm able to experience. So even after we finish with the main game, there may be other stuff coming out. Now, I don't know when I'll get to this, because I normally did it as soon as I got the game as a project on the channel, as the main Let's Play. But in this case, even though it is short, we've got Pikmin 2 Kaizo to get on with. So I want to get that out of the way before we start with anything else that's still part of the clean slate that we've been on. However, again, don't know what to do about Phone Destroyer, and there's extra DLC coming out for this, so in order to avoid maybe a hang time sort of situation where they keep making content come out, because there's another Challenge Road, number 51, just announced today, as of recording this. As I said, Stereochondrite had the extra 20 to put toward that for the season pass, so that's all there. However, Stella's Mama gave me a birthday card. Now, you might immediately assume it's a children's birthday card, but wait, you didn't read the fine print. It's a Dino Thunder Power Rangers birthday card, and that is amazing because that was the 15th anniversary season of PR, when Jason David Frank came back as Tommy Oliver as the mentor, as well as the Black Brachio Ranger, which is his latest power ability that he's had, not counting other ones like Lord Dragon, because that's a different Tommy. But anyways, we've just hit the 30th. It's like supposed to be the 31st anniversary this year, because last year we had Once and Always as well as Cosmic Fury, and we haven't had anything since. So this is vintage. This is rare. Of course, they put a message in there, happy birthday and all that, because Stella was into Dino Thunder way back when, but she never received this because she was getting out of it at the time when this card came out, and because it was just found and in very good condition. I mean, look at that, it's like just a little bit of warpage, but it also comes with the badge. That's not missing. This, when I opened it up, I was surprised, because I'm like, they don't do Dino Thunder anymore. That's not a thing. I know that Japan are getting Aber Ranger stuff coming out for like anniversary stuff and all that, because Super Sentai is still going on and it's a milestone, but PR's taking a pause for now because Hasbro want to reboot. But again, I saw this and I was shocked. I know it's a small thing, but you know me, I like Power Rangers stuff. I go as the White Mighty Morphin Power Ranger for Comic-Con, and you can see the helmet down there, you can see Saba, it's all there. And because I'm talking about this, and that was a segue for talking about something else related, I wanted to point this out. That wasn't a present, but something that Stella did give to me a few years ago. And that is the Dynamax Saber / Blaster. It's in blaster mode right now, but this is the main sidearm for the red, blue, and yellow Dino Thunder Rangers. The black and white Rangers, they do not have sidearms, but would you believe that if you look at this, other than, you know, giving it a quick dust to show off on the video and all that, it is in immaculate quality. Like, for some reason, this has been preserved in such a way that the batteries, I believe, are still stock. They haven't leaked or corroded. It's nice and clean, not bulging. Even when I've received this, I haven't done anything with it. You turn it on, it all works. And then if you press this button here, push that, push this, it's now in Saber mode. Look at that. And then, just pressing the button right here. And it just works. I don't know how this was preserved in such a manner, but it is absolutely amazing. And show accurate. This was the toy. This isn't like some sort of legacy collection item. This was from back in the day with the holster. Dynamax Saber / Blaster. That's insane. I didn't know when I was going to have a chance to talk about this, and this card was the perfect segue. I also have the Lightning Collection Master Morpher, which in fact has Tommy Oliver's Dino Thunder Black coin in there. So I'll be able to do that as well without even needing to get the wrist-mounted Morpher. Okay, enough nerding out. Let's get back to the digital stuff, because I've only got a couple left to show. We have Eternites. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's like Eternal, but it's Eternites. So this was gifted to me by GamerX459. And I know that this has nothing to talk about Eternites or anything. It's like a post-apocalyptic beat-em-up game. It looks like that, but it also has visual novel dating sim stuff going on in there. So it's like, oh, you're fighting against these demons and you're the last on the world because it's ending and stuff like that. Everything's come to a complete stop. It's eternal darkness, eternal nights, but it's also got dating sim stuff in there. The reason being is because that they found out when I was just talking about what my plans were for the night a couple of nights ago. Obviously this was before my birthday, but they were actually trying to communicate to pay me back for a gift because I gifted them Dolphin with Friends during Lady Linkario's 300 subscriber special. Please check that out in the card or in the description below. GamerX459 wanted to pay me back, and I said that I wasn't in a rush for that, but if you want to get me anything, because I don't have any ideas, you can check my wish list. I mean, it's a good timing actually, because it's my birthday. I was expecting just the one game, and this was one of the two games. But one was to pay me back, and the other one was actually the birthday present, which I was not expecting, and this is the other game. Don't know why I keep putting it back into the chest, but yes, we have Final Fantasy IV. That was actually a really big pain for this to get to focus. I don't know what's up with the autofocus. It's messing me about. Now, it didn't actually say it on there, I just realised. It's the Final Fantasy IV remake, the 3D remake that you normally find on the DS. I did dabble in that, but I didn't actually get very far, but now I have it on the Steam Deck, or at least on my PC Steam account. Now, here's the thing. If you remember, a few years back, I was gifted Final Fantasy for the After Years, because I didn't have all the access to the DLC on the Wii version, and it was a 3D remake of that version, which they had already remade on the PSP, with an interlude chapter, which the After Years remake has as an additional story sort of thing, which is pretty nifty. But I didn't have the original Final Fantasy IV 3D since, even though I have tried it out, and now I have it. So now that is complete on that. It's just another Final Fantasy game that I have played in the past that I've never beaten, and now I have access to it whenever I want to play it. So thank you very much, GamerX459. You didn't have to give me 2 prezzies. I've already said this to him, even if he may be watching this video, but I'm just saying, thank you very much. You didn't have to. You didn't even need to pay me back. I was fine with it, but thank you for that, as well as the additional gift. I don't know what else to say. Looking at the time, that actually took a little bit longer than I thought. I didn't think I was going to be spending as much time talking about stuff than I did, but it always seems to happen. I feel, I even thought, hang on, I've only got 4 things. What do I talk about? But then if I factor in the digital stuff, which seems to be the majority, yes, I do have a couple of physical things, and I don't like to talk about digital things. I've talked about that before. But even with the Steam Deck and just having it presented in the way that I do, that's not the main thing. But recently, games haven't been coming out recently. And that's kind of what I want to talk about in terms of news, because not much has been coming out here on the channel either, which is not intended, but let's get into that, shall we? So first off, obviously, as I've already mentioned, we are continuing on Pikmin 2 Kaizo on this Thursday, in the 9th of May at 8 PM BST in the UK. So we will be finally live streaming on that, and it will be done on YouTube now, no longer Twitch. The reason being is because that, yes, I don't stream that often, but Twitch kind of wants you to stream often. But I don't. I do a lot of video editing, as you know. I prefer it. Also, if you don't have a regular dedicated stream schedule going on, Twitch doesn't let you get discovered at all. So when you do stream, it kind of leaves you in the dust. And even though I've only streamed a couple of times, mostly for test purposes, as well as the Pikmin randomizer streamers we did as a warm-up before getting back to Pikmin 2 Kaizo proper, that did rather well on YouTube. I was streaming for 5 hours, and even then I did a chuck away first stream just to see if it worked on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, mainly soon after we had problems with Mario Kart 8 on the Nintendo Network, because we had a lot of problems, and I wasn't satisfied with that, even though I edited the videos down, and I was streaming that on Twitch. But again, my end didn't get as much notoriety as Lady Ninkario's, which, no offense, she's doing amazingly well. Please check out her streams. She's got a regular schedule going up of at least every Tuesday and Thursday. That's why I also mentioned the 300 subscriber special, because her quality is skyrocketed. It's crazy. So if you want regular live streams, please go there. But when it comes to live streaming, she moved over to YouTube, and so has basically everybody else that I know, other than maybe Capandaman. He's kind of in a bit of a transition. But everybody that I know, other than Alex Magny, streams on YouTube. So when I try to do like a cross-platform raid, we only go over there. I never see anyone raid from YouTube to Twitch. And with all the changes that Twitch has been having, it's not good. And I feel like that streaming on YouTube makes more sense. I mean, even if I streamed on Twitch and it was a good stream, or if I was planning on archiving it, it would be put over here anyway. But I'm primarily here. Just keep it all here. It makes so much sense. Plus, I started streaming on Twitch when YouTube didn't have the ability to stream. It was the only platform that I had access to. And in order to keep stuff from being lost by moving over here to YouTube, like with the sound alerts and the channel points, I mean, yes, you would have to restart with the channel points, but we have Blurp. Blurp basically replicates the entire system of sound alerts from Twitch, but allows you to use it anywhere. If you type in the command on my live streams !sound or !blurp, it will give you a link, which will lead to not only my soundboard, but also to download a extension so that you don't have to leave the tab or window of the stream in order to interact with the stream with your built-in channel points. But you can only earn channel points if you sign in to Blurp. But that's easy, because if you're watching from YouTube, you probably have a Google account to interact with chat. So just sign in with that, you can start earning channel points. It's pretty simple. And if you have the extension and you have an account and you're watching anyone else who has Blurp enabled, you'll have a little splat icon next to the like icon. And with that, if you click that, you can bring up Blurp at any time, or in your extensions on the corner of the screen. If the channel or page that you're watching has it enabled, you will have access to their soundboard. So it's basically replicated everything that I wanted to keep from Twitch over to YouTube. The only difference is that when you make clips, it doesn't make it a separate little video. It just timestamps the main video, but it also works as bringing people to the full video, because if they continue watching after where the clip is and press the X button to view the full video, it will continue from where that left off. So in a way, it kind of works like a short, but I can make shorts on YouTube anyway through the mobile phone. You can't do it through desktop, but it all kind of feeds back into itself, and it all keeps all my video content still on the channel. Now, obviously, I don't have all my live streams that I do archived, and I don't still planning on doing that, but obviously they will be automatically archived on the channel, but if I get rid of them, it will mess with metrics. So I'll make every single live stream I do unlisted, so it doesn't mess up with being public all the time if I try to like upload videos that are shorter because they're edited. So I'll put them unlisted, but you can still get them in the live stream archives playlist. I will still be editing Pikmin 2 Kaizo as I normally do, just that those archives will still be there, just unlisted. And as I was mentioning, we'll be doing Pikmin 2 Kaizo until it is done. It's been many years, almost 4 now, since I last played it, and even then it was about 2 years of playing it. So it's almost, if we take that 4-year gap away, which was, well, let's just say the COVID years, which is why I didn't play it, because I didn't need the additional stress while working on other projects as well. That's why it's taken me so long to get back to this. As you've seen at the start of this year, we've been basically finishing off all of our outstanding and current projects, and that included my final network battles, because as soon as I was done with everything else, that kind of crept up on me, and I was like, oh no. And that actually kind of wiped me out for a month, because I was pulling so many late nights to edit the videos and get them out in time, and just barely had enough time to get it all done. And then we had technical issues, like with my 3DS capture device just losing its product key somehow and reset itself, so I needed to regain that, and I was scrambling throughout the entire night to do that. And then after I did that, I couldn't actually do the recording I wanted to do on that night, which was Kid Icarus Uprising. There was the problems with Mario Kart 7, with hacking and item spam, and there was problems with just staying connected in general on Mario Kart 8. It was a shambles, not being able to connect to people on the Pokemon games, because since Miiverse has died, Pretender Network has already been existing, and because it existed, everyone's already moved over, or the majority of people have moved over, and now everybody pretty much has moved over, so the actual online was very dead. Plus, the PSS, not the best system to connect with people. It was a grind, to say the least. Like, I was basically sitting here for like up to about 3.5 hours, with 2 of those hours alone just resetting the connection to try and connect to people. It was that much of an annoyance, but we got there in the end, and funnily enough, made the exact same amount of videos as I did for my final Wi-Fi matches on the Wii and DS. So the Wii U and 3DS has now been completely covered, including Miiverse, when I would like to thank Connor Meza and Lady Linkario for helping out with those as well. But yeah, that kind of snuck up on me after I was done with all my other current projects at the time that I wanted to get done before going back to Pikmin 2 Kaizo, and then just sticking with that until it's done, which is what we're doing now. And as I said, 9th of May, literally a few days coming, because I'm going to be getting this out as soon as I can, because as you know, with the 7th of May being tomorrow, on the day that I'm recording this, if I can get this out tonight, that'll be even better, but if not, this will be coming out after the fact, so you've already seen it. I did my channel's 11th anniversary, which I was mulling over on being a bonus episode for patrons, but I decided I'll leave it for this because it was a big pivotal thing on the channel. I'm not going to put it here because it's spoilers, just a link in the card, so it will link you to it. So please check that out, because it was kind of weird going back to it. I'm not going to lie to you, but if you know, you know. But I think I'll leave it at that. As for Let's Play ideas, I'm not going to have any graphics show up because it's kind of up in the air, but I also wanted to make mention about the Prince of Persia: Sands of Time remake. Where the feck is that? We still haven't had Metroid Prime 4, and this is becoming one of those situations, because the reason why we haven't seen Metroid Prime 4 is because that it's been like 7 years now, and halfway through that development time, they restarted development. And that's what they basically did after the Prince of Persia: Sands of Time remake was revealed, and then it kept getting pushed back for about 2 years, and then after 2022 it was an unknown date, and then they restarted development. That's annoying, because I've been putting off covering Prince of Persia: Sands of Time because of the remake. I was literally working on graphics and planning as that was announced about 4 years ago. I made a video about it. I vividly remember it. And I was hyped for it, but literally no news has come since then. We did get another Prince of Persia game, but it's not anything related in a way. It's the prince's captain of the guard. And I don't know if it's in the Sands of Time continuity or not, or if it's just a new Prince of Persia game. I haven't really looked into it because I've still been waiting for this one, and this one has just not had anything. We know that Metroid isn't dead because we got the Metroid Prime Remaster, as well as Metroid Dread. That was amazing. So Metroid Prime 4 is kind of in limbo, and same with the Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake. So I'm debating on actually doing that. Just watch, though. Soon after I start, they'll release something or reveal something, I guarantee, because then it'll be like, guess I'm doing bonus episodes covering that. I guess if I'm only 2 episodes in, I could just stop and just wipe it clean, and it never happened. But it's just a bit of a weird feeling, really, because it's like, I've waited this long, so I'll just wait a little bit longer. I could do other games, but I don't know what games to do. I mean, I've got South Park Snow Day. That's an idea. I also wanted to do a couple of games that Aaron has done in the past, my brother, Master Aaron. He's done both Toy Story 2 and Monster Inc. Scare Island. And if you remember a couple of years ago with the Super LP Heroes, we actually did a versus on both Toy Story 2 and Monsters Inc. Scare Island, Scream Team for those in the US. But I wanted to do things a little bit different. I didn't want to just blast through it on the route that I took. I'll just beat everything as I go, because they're very easy games and I just want to do that. But I want to do it myself because I like those games and I haven't covered them yet. And the reason why I haven't covered them is because I wanted to let them have it, you know, because Master Aaron did a very awesome Toy Story 2 Let's Play, as well as on his Monsters Inc. Scare Island / Scream Team Let's Play. He managed to get 101% because by doing the triple jump trick, he was able to get the silver before the bronze in the Oasis, and that made the bronze proc twice when he got the bronze for some reason. And by doing that, he got 1 additional bronze and was able to get a bit further. So please watch that if you want to do it. I'm not going to do that, but I may do it as a bonus episode, or I'll just link his video in there instead, because I want to not overshadow, but I also want to do it myself. They're favourite games from my childhood. I just want to play them, but I don't know. These are just out in the air, out in the open sort of deal, just to think about what I want to do, because right now all my thoughts are on Pikmin 2 Kaizo, and that's it at the moment. It's like I haven't even been doing pre-planning for anything else, including what I want to do for 358, because I've just been busy and doing other stuff. And we've also got a Hat in Time Challenge Road number 51 that was just revealed today as well at the time of recording this. I mentioned it earlier, so I've got to focus on doing that as well. And guess what? Doesn't work on Steam Deck again. I didn't change settings. Updates just kind of messed about with it, which is incredibly annoying. So, yeah, I'll get to that when I can. But the one that was done on April Fool's, I literally recorded that on the day because I didn't know if that was going to disappear. Guess what? It's been around for over a month. But there we go. So that's it going to be for this update segment of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you have any suggestions as well, please put them in the comments down below. Maybe we'll do Pokemon TCG 2. Could do that, but I might do that on the Nerd Herd anyway. But we're not doing much on the Nerd Herd at the moment, although I did do Sacrifice. Could go back to that. But that's not really a main Let's Play sort of thing. It's just ideas. I'm just tossing ideas out. But yeah, so if you guys want to see anything, let me know. And I hope you enjoy live streams happening here instead of on Twitch. As I said, I'm going to be live streaming Pikmin 2 Kaizo, and then after a live stream, I'll be editing the videos if you guys prefer that version of the content as well. I know that I do, and I have replicated the old layout, so we'll be having all the bubbles again. So, hope you enjoy that, and I'll see you guys next time.